On this week's weekly video fishing forecast, we have the first entries in the Dreamboat contest. The Weakfish along with the Bluefish are here, and I'll have the details. We asked the question of how will the new striped bass regs affect you and your upcoming tournaments, and our correspondents check-in from around the island, all here at thefisherman.com.
The fishing news is sponsored by these fine partners.
For more than 20 years, anglers everywhere have come to know one thing, that nothing says no to fish bites.
Today's Thursday, May 11th, 2023, and in this week's digital edition, check out my review on the Tsunami Airwave Elite Light and other great articles in the current digital edition. Another good reason to be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine is that you're automatically entered into the Dreamboat contest and your chance to win a center console from Steigercraft, powered by Yamaha. $30 for 12 glossy issues and all the digital issues sent to your inbox. It's the best deal going out there. Now let's head over to the update of the 2023 Dreamboat Challenge.
Now it's time for the Dreamboat update. A lot has happened in the first 10 days of the Dreamboat Challenge. For starters, we're seeing a ton of Weakfish coming in, 8 to be exact. The top 3 are as follows. Jose Negron is holding third place with a 6.11 pounder taken from Connecticut waters. In second place, we have another Connecticut fish from Joe Apanowicz at 6.75 pounds. And finally, Richard Boyce leads with his 7.7 pounder taken from New York waters. Porgy fishing also seems to be showing signs of early life. We have 2 entries to report. A 2.2 pounder landed by Long Islander Logan Schwartz and a 3.04 pounder entered by Bobby Cifarelli, hailing from Banford, Connecticut. We also saw our first gator bluefish in the contest, an impressive 15.88 pounder entered by Eddie from West Islip, New York. Lastly, we have a single 3.1 pound sea robin to report landed by Brian Zimbreski of East Northport, New York. The Dreamboat Fishing Challenge is the Fisherman subscriber-only multi-species fishing competition with a chance to win a 21-foot Steigercraft center console powered by Yamaha, along with many other great prizes. Visit thefisherman.com to subscribe and get all the details so you can be part of the action.
There's a lot of chatter going on with the new striped bass regulations. Questions like mortality of so many caught and released fish, trying to cull through so many bass just to find a slot. How about the tournaments we haven't even been planning yet? With the new slots so narrow, weigh-ins at tournaments will result in so many ties that will result in so much controversy at the scale. The poor weighmaster. What's your opinion? Leave your comments in the YouTube description below. Here are the upcoming events this weekend. May 13th, the Freeport Tuna Club will hold their fishing flea market and admission is free. Then the Great Fish Tag Research is holding their first ever 100% tag and release tournament. Thursday, May 18th at Highlands, New Jersey. Call 844-824-8353 or email roxanne@greatfishtag.org for all the details on that. Then June 3rd is the All-Pro Fishing Tournament and Fair at Surfside 3 Marina in Lindenhurst. There will be live music, vendors, games, food for the weigh-in. And to get all the details on those events, visit thefisherman.com/events. Now, from our reports, starting in the west, the fluke action was a bit slow, but the fish were up to 25 inches and are found inside the bays, Lindenhurst Cut, Squaw Island, and the Copeg Hole. Also saw some nice flatties into the 20-inch plus class. They were caught on both rigs and bucktails, tipped with gulp and live baits. Striper fishing in Jamaica Bay was outstanding on live bunker and topwater action. Bluefish also made their way into all the western bays, and they were tearing up just about any lure you would toss at them. Along the South Shore, we've been seeing some excellent fishing, and I've been getting in on some of it as well. I took advantage of the good blue fishing in the Narrows and ended up with fish up to 12 pounds using topwater plugs like the Ozuri Surface Cruisers and Dock Spooks. To the west of that, I focused on weak fishing in the holes on the south side of the bay and was able to get in some great action with fish up to 20 inches using no live bait needed 3-inch paddle tails. Evenings have also been good inside the bay, with one place you could focus on are all the docks and their surrounding creeks. It seems like the bunker that were in the bay last month made their way up into the creeks and the bass followed them. A friend and I were able to get in on the action of bass feeding on bunker, and we tried topwater at first, but they proved they were keyed in on one thing. That was the live baits. We got some, we were able to connect with fish up to 35 inches. Take a look at any of the docks in the Islip to Patchogue area for a shot at bass and a bluefish mix. For fluke, Fire Island, Mauritius, and the Narrows Bay have all been seeing improved fluking over the past week. Some of the party boats going out have been able to get their limits using bucktails and teaser rigs with gulp or fish bites and spearing and squid combos. The scene on the east end is still mainly seeing a Peconic bite, which includes porgies up to 4 pounds, weakfish up to 10, stripers up to 50 inches near Shelter Island, and all the bluefish you could want in the rips and back creeks. A few fluke were caught in Peconic, but the bite was still a little slow there. Shinnecock Bay, on the other hand, saw a healthy mix of stripers and blues in the back, while a better fluke bite was starting to develop west of Ponquag Bridge. The North Shore lit up also over the last week with some good porgy fishing, literally across the entire stretch from west to east. Weakfish were also mixed in with the scup. I did also get a report that some larger stripers were beginning to set up in the sound in some of the rips and shoals. Give flutter spooning a shot for them. It's a great technique and it mimics a bunker real well. News 12 meteorologist Rich von Ohlen reports great fluke fishing to the west. Now let's check in on the weekend weather. Rich.
Hey, thanks, Matt. Let's check that weekend forecast and see what we got going on. You can always check your favorite apps, weather tools, weather sites, whatever you got. This is a general heads-up, general overview on the upcoming weekend. So water temps have come up a little bit. We got mostly some mid-50s now with some of the warmer weather we've had. The weekend's going to be mixed. We got a front coming through on Saturday. So we'll start up with a westerly breeze about 10 to 15 going southwest as the front kind of slides through. 2 to 4s, 4 to 8s offshore. East of Fire Island, east of Mauritius looks a little bit lumpier, and then should settle down Saturday night, Sunday morning. But then Sunday midday, we start to get a northeast breeze coming in. Could chop things up, beyond 5 miles in the ocean, maybe 10 to 20 on Sunday. So kind of a mixed weekend coming up back and forth. A little bit of rain with that cool front coming in Saturday. So it's kind of a cloudy day, southwest, about 10 to 15. Picking up late in the day. In the evening, there'll be a little lumpy, kind of roll out there towards Sunday morning. And then we go northeast on Sunday. So it could be a little bit of a confused sea throughout the weekend. Settling down, of course, later Sunday evening, Sunday night. High tide Saturday, North Shore for the morning, South Shore for the mid-afternoon. High temps, 60s and 70s, a little warmer on Saturday, a little cooler on Sunday. Check the Guru, different look here, and there's Saturday. West-southwest, maybe 10 to 15, settling down late in the day. Seas look okay at general 2 to 4. There's that shift right there with the front coming in. We go more northeast. There'll be a little window, maybe late morning when it's okay, and then kind of out onshore from the southeast late in the afternoon. So, a little back and forth mixed weekend. Be safe as always. Catch them up. Have a great weekend. Matt, back to you.
Now we'll check in with Captain Timothy O'Rourke. Tim.
Thank you, Matt. Well, what a difference a week makes, Really good weather this weekend, so everybody started getting out there and doing some fishing. So that was a good thing. The party boats got out, did some fluke fishing. The Viking half-day boat, the Miss Montauk, they both did it wasn't anything gangbusters, but they did get some couple good keeper flukes. So it was a good start to their season. The Viking had a really good offshore tile trip. They did a 36-hour tile trip offshore. They had some really good fish, a bunch of big tile fish, barrel fish, some giant hake. The half-day porgy boats still sailing out of Sag Harbor. Those guys are doing really well up there. Striped bass fishing out here is coming along. A bunch more charter boats got in the water this week, so there's a bunch of guys fishing diamond jigs, bucktails, trolling wire. That stuff's been really productive. The light tackle fly fishing's been really good. I had great couple trips on some nice stripers on the fly. So things are really starting to kick in. Weather's looking good again this weekend, so everybody get out. It is Mother's Day, so don't forget to call your mother and say Happy Mother's Day. All right, everybody, until next week, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Matt.
From Sag Harbor, we have Will and Andy.
Thanks, Matt. Report this week out of Sag Harbor. Every day seems to be getting hopefully better and better. Weakfish bite has been pretty epic. We've been getting them on bait, jigs, you name it. So that's super exciting. Some really nice weakfish. We've seen weakfish up to 10 pounds being reported and caught in our area, so that's super exciting. And porgies honestly keep on getting bigger and bigger every single year. They're great eating, great table fare, and a lot of fun on light tackle. So it just keeps on getting better and better, and I'm going to leave it to Andrew to sum up the rest.
All right, thanks, Matt and Will. So we're back here at Eastern Angler, new season, really stoked. Bite's been pretty good so far. As Will said, the porgies and the weakfish have been solid at Peconic. We just had an awesome trip. Striped bass bite's been picking up too, especially in the South Shore by Shinnecock, following those bunker pods, etc. So keep those lines tight, and we'll see you next week.
From Shinnecock, let's check in with Mike Dean.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, everyone. A little different venue, a lot better looking than my garage and the pegboard. Came over to Stylecraft checking in. They're one of the sponsors of the Manhattan Cup this year, and their second year being involved with us. And just came by to say hi to the guys. More stuff that will be posted on my Instagram of the inside of the sausage factory, and it's a very cool tour. Anyway, Bluefish bite has really gone off from Mauritius to Shinnecock. Close to Mauritius has been a little bit better. All top water stuff. Do yourself a favor, take off that front treble, put a single hook on the back. It's going to make life a lot easier. There have been some bass mixed in, nothing like too spectacular. You know, schoolies during the day, couple of bigger fish at night back in the bays. There's also been some weakfish runs, pretty nice sized ones. Does seem like it's a little bit further to the east than the bluefish are, which is no surprise as they typically spook those weakfish out of there. So surf might be coming alive. I saw a whale breach. I saw some dolphin, a lot of osprey with bunker. So I think the ocean bite might start coming together, you know, within days if it's not already happening out there. Okay, let us know how you do. Again, Manhattan Cup is on the 9th, June 9th that is. Registration is open, sponsorships available. Reach out to me. And also that picture of my bluefish they got over the weekend, absolutely killing me that the other guy in the boat threw it back before I could get in the cooler to measure it through the Dreamboat, especially after seeing what the Dreamboat, who it's built by. So anyway, talk to you guys next week. Back to you, Matt. Thanks.
From Northport, we have the Cow Harbor Bait and Tackle Report.
Hey folks, we're talking to you from Florida. I'm down here having a great time with family, but I gotta tell you, the reports can't stop. The fishing is non-stop up in our area. Huntington, right down at Cold Spring Harbor to Stony Brook is out of control. It doesn't matter. You want porgies, you want striped bass, you want fluke. They're on a hot sand eel bite. This is the time to get down. Get out there, man. Have a great time. And as always, from Florida, I bring you peace and tight line.
Let's check in with Captree Bait and Tackle and Fuel with Brendan Rotigliano.
Hey guys, for the Captree side of everything, pretty much everybody's talking about these Gorilla Blues that are on the piers, jetties, inlets. Pretty much everything's catching them. Plastics, poppers, a lot of bunker we've been selling because of it on the open beach. Even the guys on the boats are catching them. Pretty much any place in the inlet or on the open beach is pretty good. Same thing for striped bass. It's not as good as the Gorilla Blues that everybody's after because they want that fight. But nice sized bass up to like 33 inches we're hearing some bigger ones, but that slot size is pretty good, especially until, you know, July 2nd. But get your kids out there. Here's a video of my son, and it's pretty easy to catch them right now. So if you're looking to bring somebody out, it's a great time. Fluke up to 5.5 pounds. Piers, there's keepers on, so it's pretty good, and weakfish as well. So get out there, guys. See you next time.
From the Fire Island area in Great South Bay, let's check in with Captain Lorenzetti.
Hey Matt, Fire Island report. Fishing is excellent. Striped bass, weakfish, bluefish, and fluke, and it's all happening, and it's really top-notch fishing. These monster bluefish are so awesome. Up on the flats, off of Bayshore, a lot of places, anywhere east of the double span bridge. Surface poppers, anywhere from 3 to 5 feet of water, and you got a flat day, you see them finning up on top, and they're all, I don't think I had one fish under maybe 9 pounds and up to like 16 pounds. on light spinning tackles. So that's a hell of a lot of fun. Striped bass, I'm limiting it out pretty much every day, and on live bait and plugs. And weakfish down by Ocean Beach, a pretty good pick of weakfish. A lot of small stuff, a lot of shorts, but there's enough 16 inches or greater, and some nice fish, 4 or 5 pounds mixed in there as well. Fluke fishing is just getting started, and it's a pick, so the state channel is excellent for that. Anyway, that's it for this week, Matt. Talk to you soon. Fishing's great.
From Jones Beach Bait and Tackle, Brendan Rutigliano is back with reports to the west.
Hey guys, on the Jones side of everything, Bluefish. I know everybody wants to talk about gorilla blues and striped bass, but Bluefish are here. I have multiple reports of Bluefish, and I am a big Bluefish person. Love to smoke them on the grill. Giant dogfish on the piers as well. Like really fun size, 4 foot, 5 foot pier dogfish, which is awesome. And the striped bass, bluefish, as I said in my other report, open beach piers, close to shore for the boat guys. Honestly, just get out there. This is an awesome first start of the season. Fishing wise, get out there, bring your kids. Honestly, this is the time to bring them, especially if you don't want to bring them, snapper fishing or sea bass fishing later in the season. But they can catch a fish probably as big as them. So good luck out there.
With our fly and freshwater report, we have Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Hello, Matt. Here we are, beautiful weather days, and we're on one of the finest ponds fishing over at Blydenburg. Great pond to be fishing at, but we have over 100 ponds here on Long Island. We're on a River Bay Outfitters trip. All the guys in the kayaks and canoes. You really should go out and get an inexpensive kayak just to fish all the ponds. It's been really good. I'm very lucky. I've been fishing with a good friend of mine. There he is right there. Hey. I'm with good friends, Bill. There's about 14 of us out here fishing. It's been a really good day. As far as freshwater, of course, the ponds are really doing well. A little bit of rain, the water's a little off color, but fishing, we found the fly that works. It's a pink fly, and it just means working really good. As far as saltwater goes, well, Brooklyn Tom, he just came back. He was fishing over at Jones Beach, the construction dock area, and he had beautiful, beautiful stripers. They're all over. I'm not telling any secrets. They're all over the place. The secret is you got to get out. Don't sit at home. This is a beautiful, beautiful pond. I enjoy fishing this type of fishing. I hope everybody gets to try it. And if you want to learn, give me a call at River Bay Outfitters. So until next week, tie lines, everybody.
Let's check in with Chris Landry.
Thanks, Matt. There have been a couple spectacular catches in the Rockaway and beyond area this week. Chef Ryan Laurie caught a sturgeon in New York Harbor. That's right, he caught it on an S&S bucktail with an otter tail, and it was safely released. Also on Gypsy Charters, Sean Dalton caught an 11.2 pound fluke. That's a possible record. It was tagged and safely released, so congratulations, guys. In other news, the bass fishing continues to be strong. After the storm, it was pretty weak. A lot of the bunker have left the back of the bay. It's not like it was last May, where we were catching 40-inch plus fish on every drift. You have to work hard. You have to look for them. Those in the know there's a lot of bunker out of a certain basin, and we've been slamming them there on occasion. Today we went out, we were tripling up. I got my first bluefish. We were getting top water, we were getting live bunker. So the action is hot. It seems to be regaining after the storm. So we got some good weather. So get out there, get on them, stay tight. Thank you, and back to you, Matt.
Let's check in with David Rogers. Dave.
Thanks, Matt. Fishing in the Western Sound is in full swing. The stripers are biting, the fluke are biting, and there is a great weakfish bite going on. When it comes to stripers, Frank Puglisi on Instagram sent us this beautiful photo of a fat striper he caught using a paddle tail on a 2-ounce jig head. This beauty was caught while vertical jigging the paddle tail off the seafloor in strong current. If you're looking for big bass, jigging by structure in deep water is always a good bet. I also got reports from anglers on boats finding large schools of bass attacking bait and hooking into dozens of stripers in the lower slot range in the span of a few moments, all while using small soft plastics and casting them into the school of bass. When it comes to weakfish, Peter Ranieri of Peter Ranieri II on YouTube sent us this pic of a huge weakfish he caught in one of the bays of the Western Sound. This big boy was caught using Elias V. Mackinaw shad and bouncing it off the bottom. Well, that's all I got for this week's report. And as always, guys, make sure to check out Funky Fishing on YouTube to get a more detailed look into what's biting around the island. Stay groovy, everyone. And back to you, Matt.
Captain Mike Sentry has the latest from Staten Island.
Hey guys, Mike here from Anglos of Legends Sportfish, Boatworks and Seafoods. What can I say, guys? It's been absolutely spectacular bass season. A couple of my friends sending me some pictures. Matty Fish went out today with his wife Colleen and absolutely slayed some big bass. They were using a mixture of live eels and live bunker. You got my friends like Chuck Tillman Manny, you know, doing his thing with the live eels. So he's putting on quite a great show with them. Now these post-spawn bass, obviously they're coming out of the Chesapeake Bay and into our waters, and they're very hungry. I mean, these fish hit the live bait, you know, with the power of Thor, basically. So now's the time to really get out there and have a good time at breaking your 50 or even a 60 pounder. The bluefish, hit the shallow waters with the bluefish. I'm talking high tide, shallow beaches, 3 to 4 foot maximum. You see a lot of these bluefish pretty much sunbathing, the pectoral fins right in the water. Hit them with 3 to 4 ounce crocodiles, cast masters. You don't even need to use leader line, honestly. Just get out there and, you know, make it happen. Top water, when it's nice and calm, produces great action for blues. Big weakfish also in the flats. Another news is, well, pretty much you guys already know, some really big bluefin tuna have been hooked and landed and released. I gotta say, it's been a spectacular early season for them. Stay tuned, there's more news coming out on that shortly. Gotta say, it's been spectacular. And get out there, sharpen your hooks, get your gear ready, folks, because it's gonna be on fire this year. As I predicted back in January, we're on a 3-year cycle, and this is gonna be a phenomenal season for big bluefins and yellowfin. So, signing out, back to you, Matt. Adios.
Lastly, we check in with Captain Benn Gilmour from Marina Pez Vela down in Costa Rica.
Hey there guys, this is Ben Gilmour with this week's fishing report from here in Costa Rica and the Marina Pez Vela. We got a really nice sailfish bite going on right now. Double-digit sailfish bites out there. We were in there yesterday. Really nice sailfish bite going on. We're going back out there right now, so wish us luck out there today, guys. We got a few blue marlin offshore as well, some dorado, and the yellowfin tuna bite has been really nice as well. Only yesterday my friend caught one 120 pounds yellowfin tuna, so really nice. Inshore we've had some good cubera snapper, some rooster fish, and some big old snook down at our river mouths. Come down and see us, guys. We got some great fishing June, July, August. Would love to see you here at the Marina Pez Vela. This is Ben Gilmour. Back to you guys.
If you would like to be a part of our weekly video fishing forecast, we're looking for social media savvy anglers for hyper-local reporting from around the New York Metro and Long Island area, and especially from the beach. So if you're a captain, tackle shop, or just an avid angler, contact my producer at tcslabayrat@gmail.com. Don't forget, this video is available as a podcast on iTunes and Google Podcasts. Search for the Fisherman Magazine podcast and subscribe so you can listen to this broadcast and our other content. Remember to like our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and tap on the bell to be notified instantly when we post a new video on YouTube. Check out this video's description on YouTube for all the related links and index for specific reports. Please support our correspondents by visiting their websites and their social media pages.
Subscribe to the Fisherman Magazine today and compete in the Dreamboat Fishing Challenge. It's the Fisherman subscriber-only season-long, region-wide, multi-species fishing competition to win a Steigercraft and many more prizes. Subscribe, fish, win.
Hopefully this weekend's wind forecast will not dampen the fishing. Get out there and catch them up. I will see you right here next week at thefisherman.com.